Carrie Wisehart here. I am an educator of 25 years and an assistant principal for the last 3 years. And this is my new web series called Go to the Assistant Principal's Office, a Seismic Shift. You know, a little bit about me. I was an educator, a teacher for 22 years. I was an English teacher, a musical theater teacher, a theater teacher. And, one day my husband took me on a walk and he said, Carrie, I'd like to talk to you about something. And I thought, oh my goodness, what is this going to be about? And he said, listen, and when I talk to you about it, please don't hit me. And I thought, okay, what are we going to talk about? And he said, Carrie, you've been teaching for so many years. And he said, you love teaching teachers, you love mentoring students. And he said, don't hit me, but would you consider becoming an administrator? And as many of you know, I swore I would never go to the dark side. I had loved teaching for so long, and I had a lot of ideas about administration that I wasn't so sure about. But when he spoke to me, it really resonated with my heart because I realized that I did want to have a bigger impact. I did want to be part of the changes that I had seen. I have worked in 7 different school districts across 9 different states across the United States because of my husband's job. And so I've had lots of opportunities to see the way schools work. And I have loved every minute of becoming a principal. But as you know, when I decided to make that shift, a lot of my teacher friends and parents and students said to me, well, what are you going to do? I mean, you're never going to be with students again. And I said, absolutely not. That's not going to be true. So many people teased me about, well, I never spent time in the principal's office when I was in school. I was a good kid. And in that moment, I decided, no, I want to change the way that people see the principal's office. I'm an assistant principal, and as most people know, assistant principals, one of our primary roles is discipline. And so I knew right away my mission was going to be, hey, I want to change the way that people see the principal's office. So I began to get this vision of what that might look like. And I knew there were a few things I wanted to do, and I wanted to make the principal's office a positive place to be. So that's what this whole series is going to be about. A seismic shift in the way that we see the principal's office, that we see for students, for teachers, for parents, and even for administration ourselves. Since I've had so many years in education, I've had a lot of different principals. I've seen things I love. I've seen things I don't love. And so I'm able to take with me the things that I really want to incorporate. And so I'm going to share with you today 4 different things I have already incorporated in the last 3 years that have helped me make the assistant principal's office a more positive place to be. I want to talk to you first about the office. Now, I guess I lied to you because I said it's only 4 ways, but I want to talk to you about my office. The first thing I wanted to do is make sure that my office was not a sterile place for kids to come. I wanted to make sure it was a cozy place. So if you were to look around my office right now, and maybe someday I'll give you a tour, you would see a record player. You would see a box full of things that students can use for fidgets. You would see lots of pictures and notes from students because I want to show my priority for how I see students and view the school in general. Now, I am not an elementary school principal. I am not a middle school principal. I'm a high school principal. And so you ask, seriously? Yeah, because high school kids are still kids. And so the first thing that I wanted to change was my office. I wanted to make sure when they came in, it would be a place where they could enjoy and they could feel like even though they might be getting in trouble, I'm still going to treat them like a human being. I even have a couple chairs on the other side of my desk, and often I will leave the back of my desk and go sit beside a student instead of in front of a student so that they know I'm walking with them, not over them. The second thing I incorporated right away was something that I was like, okay, how am I going to see all 1,200 of my kids? How am I going to make sure that I get them to see my face in a positive way, not associated with discipline, not associated with my role as an assistant principal? And so I got this super crazy idea. I'm like, well, I love stickers. I had a couple rolls of stickers. I'm like, on a Friday, I'm going to go out there when I do door duty and I'm going to hand out stickers. Now, you're probably thinking you are crazy. Where did those stickers end up, Carrie? Seriously? I'll tell you the truth. The first week was a little bit rocky because I took the stickers off the paper and I handed them out to kids. And so in the beginning, we had a few stickers found on walls and ceilings. And my custodian told me, Carrie, when you first started doing that, I thought you were crazy. But let me tell you this, guys. I'm on year 3, and every single Friday, we hand out stickers. We've made a few changes, of course. So they come on a roll. We get all of our stickers on a roll. And actually, every semester, I send a wish list out on Amazon and I ask our community to help donate rolls of stickers. It takes 2 rolls every Friday. And we rip the sticker off and we hand it to the student. I have teachers helping me. I have other staff members helping me. And I have students who come to school and say, today was the Sticker Friday was the only reason that I came to school today. Yeah. Does it seem like something silly? 100%. But is it making a difference? Yeah. The feedback from students tells me. Now we collect stickers and they collect them all semester and they get entered into a drawing. So what does this have to do with curriculum? Absolutely nothing. It has to do with relationship. The second thing I started to do was positive passes. Sorry, I didn't know which one was coming next. So when I send this pass to a student, it's an orange pass. It comes from the office and students get a little nervous. The teacher gives it to them and they start feeling a little bit afraid. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to make a change because sometimes I'm sending students down to the office to talk to them about something positive they did in the game last night, or maybe they were able to bring their grades up, or they were able to make a difference in the life of somebody else. So I created these "It's Gonna Be Good" passes. Why? It's meant to take out the anxiety that kids feel when they receive a pass to go to the office. And so these "It's Gonna Be Good" passes are going to be available for you in the video notes just below the video. And you can grab this and please feel free to use it at your own school. Another thing that I incorporated was fist bumps or positive office referrals. And this is something we use with our office staff every single week. We distributed these to the entire staff. And then we have a little box in the office by my secretary's desk. And when teachers see students doing something good, they fill out a positive office referral and they stick it in the little box. Every week at our administrative office meeting, we take all of those fist bumps and we read them together. Then we give them to the guidance counselors. Then the guidance counselors meet with the students and they take a picture with the fist bump and they post it to social media. Then they send a letter home to the parents saying, hey, your kid received a fist bump because they did something good. So what's cool about that is we share positive things in our administrative meetings. The kids get to see the office as a positive place to be. And also we get to hear the positive things that kids are doing. Another thing is I feel like you should just do things for no reason. In the beginning, in my first year, I was trying to get more reasons for kids to come down to the office. And so I created Lucky Locker cards. I used Vistaprint to print about 1,000 of these crazy Lucky Locker cards that I created in Canva. And on the back side, it says, take this card to Mrs. Wisehart to get your prize. And that prize was like candy or anything that I could find, honestly, some sort of merch that I had from our store. So kids would get that in their locker. I'd just go down the hallway and stick it in on all the slots of the lockers. And then they would come down to my office and I would give them a prize. And they'd be like, why? I'm like, you know what? Just because you are valuable and just because you belong. You see, the more ways that I can help students feel like they belong here at this school, and yeah, academic achievement is important. Yeah, athletic achievement and clubs and NHS and all of those things are important. But how often do we just recognize students for being who they are? Just being valuable because they're human beings and because they come here and because they belong. And so as we continue in this video series, I want you to know, I want to give you as many ideas as I'm experimenting with and taking risks as a brand new 3-year administrator, because I want to make the assistant principal's office an amazing place to be. Thanks so much for spending this time with me, and be ready soon for episode 2.